spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Razorbacks ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quarterback on the keeper. Looking for room at the 40. Off to the races. Past the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the extra point was good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Bunch formation for these receivers. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, it's complete. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating, too.
And the Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Just keeps slinging it. Shoots it to the left. Found a seam. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick strike complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And right down the middle. They go 83 yards on the drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Ready to fire from the pistol. Right back to the well. Crosses the 40. Turning it on. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. He's up to 57 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll go to the ground. It'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. That last carry pays off with a C note, already at 100 yards.
And he's done it with so much balance and so much power and so much speed. He's really shown you that he's a great back in a multitude of ways. And guess what? It's still the first half.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 10 over Purdue. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to take off. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
Got it set up on the outside. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Wants to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Sharp. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Makes the catch. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical 3rd down situations, you're going to find him more and more.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Hands it off. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to keep running.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He'll throw on third down. Quarterback adapting. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the running back. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And I like this offense. They didn't get conservative. They stayed aggressive to go try to get points, and they get rewarded, and they take the lead and the momentum going into the half.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Send that offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Gives it on the option. Got the first down and more. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Arkansas! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to San Jose State. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Buying some time as he moves left. On the run, fires downfield. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying play action. Throwing right. A strike downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Now on 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Pierre. There he goes. Past the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. Once he got some room, it was over.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off-play action on first down. Connection to the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Under fire! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own one. On the move. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. He's topped 150 yards on the ground. 18 Nittany Lion backs have gone for 2K. They've had some great names in history. Franco Harris, Lydell Mitchell, John Cappelletti, Saquon. Maybe this guy is going to be remembered among those legends.
Man, that's crazy to go back and think about those guys and those kind of playmakers coming from one school. I want to be the next guy. That's why you want to go to Penn State to put your name on that list.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Using his legs, it's Pierre. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The give to the back. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And the Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time he's got it. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw again. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 8 over Purdue. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. to the air on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Brings it in down the left side. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long.
Oh, he's got some space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And they really haven't put the ball in his hands and said, go in the game. Like, it's kind of been balanced, but this offense, down the stretch, this is a great indication for this offense, because he's making a play through the air in a big moment. Gonna need more of it.
The Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop it. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. with this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the big tight end. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will lift a tail.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They want to run it left here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on third down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, and that hurts because that incompletion now, you can't pick up that extra yards to maybe tie the game with a field goal. So, decision time. How much do you trust your kicker on a really long field goal attempt, or do you want to try to go for this and you feel comfortable trying to go get a W?
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And with 4 seconds left, this one to save the game and send it to overtime. And this one's going to be short. The accuracy was there, but that was a big ask on that long field goal attempt. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all time.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.